Other news tonight, Stamford police investigating the brutal beating death of a man tonight.
Investigators say Lionel Rios Hernandez was found dead in a bedroom of a multi-family home on Daly Street. News 8's Aaron Cox on the scene in Stamford with more on why police say this is one of the worst crimes they have seen in a long time.
Detectives say when they got up to the crime scene on the second floor, it was one of the most brutal, most bloody they had ever seen. The Hispanic man beaten so badly, police aren't even sure how he was killed, but they are calling it a savage assault.
What looks like somewhat of a savage beating. He had several severe injuries to his head and face. It was a bloody scene. Not something next-door neighbor Isaac Rivera wants to hear.
I can't imagine anybody doing that to anybody.
It's unclear how long the 30-year-old was dead inside his Daly Street apartment, his sister discovering him Monday night in a pool of blood. Investigators are now talking to residents about what they may have seen or heard, but the street is short with less than a dozen houses. Detectives say the victim was bartending and waiting tables at a local restaurant.
He stuck to himself, never talked to anybody, and he goes to the store, come right back home. That's it.
We put together the last, say, 48 hours of where he was and who he talked to, and that's fairly typical for this kind of investigation.
Even though this AutoZone store is located right across the street from where the homicide happened, detectives say there's no surveillance cameras here, so they've got no tape to give them any kind of clue. Reporting on the scene in Stamford, I'm Aaron Cox, News 8.